All right. Hats off, please.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Monday, August 11th. The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of August will apply to the hearings on this calendar. As we get started in here this morning, I will call each of you into the courtroom one at a time. I'll ask one of you to stand behind this gray podium here in front of me in the courtroom. I'll ask the next two people I intend to call into the courtroom to line up in the two chairs right inside this door. So if you would please listen carefully for your name and follow through the chairs into the courtroom, I promise you that will make this calendar move much faster. Once you are in the courtroom, I will start by asking you to state your full name and date of birth. Then I will explain to you why you're here. I will also tell you whether you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Those lawyers are sometimes called public defenders. Whether or not you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, you always have the right to hire a private lawyer if you wish to. It's important for you all to know that in a criminal case, you do have the right to the assistance of counsel. When you're in the courtroom, I will also give you the next court hearing dates and times that you'll be required to attend after this court hearing. And the last thing we'll do while you're in here is talk about whether you are legally eligible for release from custody. If you are, we'll talk about on what terms and conditions you could get released. Before we get started, I also want you to know that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you do choose to say in the courtroom can be used against you. Unless you have already made arrangements with a private lawyer, there will not be a lawyer in the courtroom for purposes of your defense here this morning. Because there won't be a lawyer in here for you, and because anything that you say could be used against you, I will strongly caution all of you against making any statements regarding the facts about why you're here. Please save any statements, questions, comments that you might want to make about the facts that brought you here for a hearing where you do have a lawyer present to discuss that with before you make any statements that you then can't take back. Last thing I'll tell you all before we get started is that all of the information that you get while you are standing in the courtroom will be given to you in a written document called a release order. The officer in the courtroom will hand you that as soon as you're done in here and you step back into that room. So please keep that paperwork with you wherever you go from here today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Can I please have Ezekiel Pena into the courtroom behind the podium? Mikkel Goss Jenkins, if you would please work your way right to the first chair right inside this door. John Hawley, if I pronounced that correctly, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Ezekiel Reyes Pena. Ezekiel Reyes Pena.
And what's your date of birth?
Oh, 10/27/92.
Thank you, Mr. Pena. You are here on two different matters. The first one is a bench warrant that was issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case. In that case, you already have a lawyer assigned to represent you. That lawyer will continue to defend you. Your next court hearings in that case will be a status conference August 15th and then a preliminary hearing August 20th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. The second matter you're here on is allegations of new offenses. Those allegations are one count of dangerous drug possession and one count of narcotic drug possession. They are both class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings on that new case will in part be the same as your hearings on that existing case. So the two that will be the same are the status conference, the 15th, and the preliminary hearing, the 20th. The difference is that on those new allegations, because they are felony offenses alleged to have been committed while you were on release in that existing felony drug case, On those new charges, you are not eligible for release on bond, at least until you have an evidentiary hearing. So on the new allegations, you'll have one additional hearing. It will be that evidentiary hearing August 18th. It'll be at 1:30 in the afternoon. Between now and August 18th, you will be held without bond. Because you are not bond eligible, at least until that hearing on the 18th, you should wait until after that hearing before attempting to post the $500 bond on the other case. Do you understand that information?
Yes.
Do you have a question?
Because I'm gonna be held, I'm trying to get to work. Is there any way for me to do that? Like,
Not at least until after that hearing on the 18th. So
okay.
Arizona law says that you cannot be released from custody under these circumstances, at least until you have that hearing. And that hearing, I don't have control over that date. So at least until the 18th at 1:30, you will not be able to make it to work.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Then you can step back and get your paperwork. Mikkel Goss Jenkins, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Then if I could have Oscar Lozano Pereira to the second chair, please. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Goss, 3/17/99.
Thank you, Mr. Goss. Is your full last name Goss Jenkins?
Yes, it's a hyphen in it.
Okay, very good. But you just go by Goss?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are one count of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, and one count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've determined that based on your reported financial situation, you don't financially qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. What that means is I can't appoint a lawyer to defend you. You still have the right to the assistance of counsel, though. You'll just have to hire a private lawyer if you wish to be represented. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 18th and then a preliminary hearing August 20th. Both of them will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Based in part on the factual allegations alleged against you and based in part on a review of a written recommendation that I received from the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, I have imposed a $25,000 secured appearance bond. Secured appearance means you can use a bonding company to post that if you choose to. If you do post that bond prior to your physical release from custody, you will be affixed with an ankle monitor for electronic monitoring. If you are released from custody, you are prohibited from returning to the scene where the underlying alleged events took place. You also cannot have any contact with the alleged victim, physical or otherwise. Upon release, if you post that bond, you are also prohibited from possessing any weapons or consuming any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And whether or not you are released from custody, you are ordered to strictly comply with the terms of any orders of protection, if any have been or are later served upon you. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Goss. You can step back and get your paperwork. Quajon Hawley, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Latrell Brown Finney, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
John Holly, 1996. My birthday, January 6, 1996.
Thank you, Mr. Hawley. You are here on allegations of new charges. Those allegations are one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, that's a Class 4 felony, and one count of resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I have appointed a public defender to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 18th and then a preliminary hearing August 20th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you are prohibited from possessing any weapons once you're out of custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hawley. You can step back and get your paperwork. Oscar Lozano Pereira, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Yolanda Bishop, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Oscar Lozano Pereira, 05/05/2003.
Thank you, Mr. Pereira. You are here on two different matters. The first is an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is one count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It is a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings on that new allegation will be a status conference August 18th and then a preliminary hearing on the 20th. They will both be at 8:30 downtown. On that new allegation, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a bench warrant issued by the probation court when you fail to appear at a probation violation disposition hearing. In that probation case, if you don't already have a lawyer assigned to you, I have appointed one, so you'll have a lawyer present at your next probation hearing. That hearing will be a new disposition hearing. It will be August 18th at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Don't worry that that's the same date and time as your first hearing on that new charge. You will be on both calendars. So you'll have two cases heard on the 18th at 8:30. On the probation warrant, you have a $1,000 secured appearance bond. That means your total bond for both cases will be $6,000. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once you're out of custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork. Latrell Brown Finney, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Cannon Dahl, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Latrell Brown Finney, April 20th, 1997.
Thank you, Mr. Brown Finney. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is one count of aggravated driving under the influence. It is a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 18th and then a preliminary hearing August 20th. Both of them will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that allegation, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription upon release. And if you are released from custody, you cannot operate a motor vehicle under any circumstances unless and until you get an additional order from the court authorizing you to drive. Do you understand those conditions?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Don't forget your Gatorade. Yolanda Bishop, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Jesse Wallace, if you please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yolanda Bishop, 11083.
Did you say 93 or 83?
83.
Thank you, Ms. Bishop. You are here on two different matters. The first matter you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are one count of dangerous drug possession and one count of narcotic drug possession. They're both Class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings on those new allegations will be a status conference August 18th and then a preliminary hearing August 20th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those new drug allegations, you have a $50 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a probation violation warrant. In that case, the petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I have also appointed a lawyer to represent you in that probation case. Your next hearing in that probation matter will be a revocation arraignment August 18th at 8:30 downtown. On the probation warrant, you have a $1,200 secured appearance bond. That means your total bond for both cases will be $1,250. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once you get out. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bishop. You can step back and get your paperwork. Cannon Dahl, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Aviana Flores, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Cannon James Dahl, 9/12/2000.
Thank you, Mr. Dahl. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you in that probation case. Your next hearing will be a revocation arraignment August 18th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $750 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once released. Do you understand those conditions?
What is a ring? Explain the next court date. Like, what is it?
So that is the opportunity for adult probation to make its case as to why your probation should be revoked. It is also your opportunity with your lawyer to present your side of what's going on and to ask the probation court, if that's what you wish, not to revoke your probation and to give you another chance on probation.
Okay, because I literally had a stroke.
Okay.
And I didn't check in. That's
So talk to your lawyer about that. That could very well be relevant information, but I don't want you to make any statements here because you don't have a lawyer. So talk to your lawyer about that. In your paperwork, you have the phone number to the public defender's office. If you want to try to talk to a lawyer before your next court hearing, you could use that number to call them. Otherwise, you will have a lawyer present on the 18th at your next court hearing. You'll have an opportunity to talk to that lawyer a little bit before you have to present anything to the court.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Jesse Wallace, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Joseph Young, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jesse Patrick Wallace, December 25th, 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. You are here on 5 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is an arrest warrant that was issued after a direct complaint was filed. A direct complaint is a written document that alleges new allegations against you. In this case, those allegations are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. The direct complaint alleges that those offenses were committed August 16th of 2024. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you in that new case. Your next court hearings in that matter will be a status conference August 18th and a preliminary hearing August 20th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that direct complaint warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. The other 4 matters you're here on are all petitions to revoke your probation. Each of those 4 matters alleges that you have violated terms 1, 3, 5, and 15. I've appointed a lawyer for you in all 4 of those probation cases. Your next court hearing in each of those cases will be a revocation arraignment. It will be August 18th at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I'm trying to do math real quick. So your total bond on the 4 probation warrants is $2,250. It's $1,000 on one of the warrants and then $250 on the other 3. So again, $2,250 total on the 4 probation matters. That's not right. I'm sorry. So it's $250 on 3. So it's $1,750 on the 4 probation matters. $1,750 on the 4 probation matters plus the $500 on the direct complaint is a total of $2,250. So total bond, $2,250. Each one of those will be, each set of your paperwork will have the individual bond for that matter. I'm pretty sure I'm getting it right now that it's $2,250, but feel free to double check my math when you go through your paperwork. Okay, if you get that bond posted and you're released from custody, in addition to getting yourself to your next court hearings, you will also be ordered not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Aviana Flores, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Maria Amparano, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Aviana Rose Flores, February 5th, 1993.
Thank you, Ms. Flores. You are here on 2 probation violation warrants. In both cases, petitions to revoke your probation allege that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. I've appointed a lawyer for you in both cases. Your next hearing in each of these 2 matters will be the same. It will be a revocation arraignment hearing August 18th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On these 2 warrants, you have a total secured appearance bond of $750. It's $500 on one of the warrants, $250 on the second. So $750 total. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Flores. You can step back and get your paperwork. Joseph Young, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Zachary Weaver, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Good morning. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Joseph Perry Young, 12/21/1967.
Thank you, Mr. Young. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter you're here on is an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession. It's a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support that new allegation, and I've appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearing on that new allegation will be a status conference August 18th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing August 20th. Those two will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that new allegation, you have a $50 secured appearance bond. The second matter you're here on is an allegation that that new charge violated term 1 of your probation. I've also appointed a lawyer to represent you in the probation case. Your next hearing in that matter will be a revocation arraignment. It is also scheduled for August 18th at 8:30 downtown. You'll be seen on both calendars. On that probation matter, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. What questions do you have, Mr. Young?
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't have any drugs. I mean, I don't have any,
The allegation is drug paraphernalia possession. Yes. It's not that you had drugs on you. Law enforcement has alleged that you had a metal straw with tin foil, and they are alleging that that is drug paraphernalia.
Oh, well, okay. There was foil.
Don't make any statements, because you don't have a lawyer here, and that could already be used against you.
No.
So I'm going to encourage you not to make any statements regarding the facts. But if you have questions about your release conditions, I'll entertain those.
Yes, I think that if I could just speak, hey, there's no lying.
No, don't speak about the facts, because you don't have a lawyer, and the facts are, I have to believe what law enforcement tells me for purposes of this hearing. So whatever you want to tell me about the facts isn't something that I can do anything with. That information you have to give to your lawyer. It's the next judge that'll be interested in that.
But my issue, Your Honor, I am here that has nothing to do with foil that has, it's like.
Well, what I'm seeing you on is the allegation that you had a straw and foil. So if you think that there's some pretext and that your interaction with law enforcement has something else other than that to do with, talk to your lawyer. That's information you need to give to your lawyer.
Your Honor, if I may, what I'm attempting to do here, I just got out of jail I'm not going to do anything this ridiculous. I just left this place, literally 4 days ago. I'm supposed to be in rehab.
Okay, listen, I'm not seeing you on the underlying facts. I'm not here to negotiate with you. I'm here to give you your preliminary release conditions. I've already done that. Okay. You have a $300 bond, and if you post that, you'll get out. You have to get yourself to court, and you can't possess any drugs.
But I can't produce that. I'm the only one here. But it shouldn't happen, and this is based on something that it just...
Okay. Talk to your lawyer about that. Go ahead and step back to your left and get your paperwork.
Basically, I'm not walking out of here, am I?
Not unless you post that bond. But you can walk to your left and get your paperwork. Thank you, Mr. Young. To your left, please.
Wow.
Maria Amperano, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. David Bread, if you would work your way to the second chair, please. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yes, my name is Maria Amparano. Date of birth is January 22nd, 1984.
Thank you, Ms. Amparano. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony case involving trafficking and stolen property allegations. Yes. You have a lawyer assigned to you in that case already. That lawyer will continue to defend you. Your next court hearing will be a status conference August 18th.
Yes,
it will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you're released, you must also comply with the release conditions already applicable in this case. Those include that you not return to the scene where the underlying trafficking and stolen property allegedly took place. You can't have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses, and you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription.
Okay.
Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Zachary Weaver, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Ezekiel Agbaze, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Zach Weaver, 10/24/1986.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Is your full legal first name Zachary?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 3 counts of criminal trespassing. They are all Class 6 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 26th and then a preliminary hearing August 28th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon release, you would be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings, and you would be prohibited from returning back to the location where these alleged trespassing offenses took place. Upon release, you would also be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Weaver, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you are released without a bond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. David Bread, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Tana Naru, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Bless you. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
David Brett, January 16, 1985.
Thank you, Mr. Bread. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is one count of dangerous drug possession. It's a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I've appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 26th and then a preliminary hearing the 28th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that allegation, I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, which means you would get out of custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to your hearings on the 26th and the 28th, and you would be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Brett, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you're released without a bond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Ezekiel Agbaze, if you'd please work your way into the courtroom. Fernando Farias Araguin, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Ezekiel Agbaze, 12/10/1992.
Thank you. Say it again for me. Say your last name again for me.
Agbaze?
Agbaze?
Yes.
The G is silent.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Agbaze. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are one count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony, and one count of criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 26th and then a preliminary hearing the 28th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am intending to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. That means that you would be released from custody. You would not be required to post a bond. Upon release, you would be responsible for getting yourself to your next court hearings. You would also be required to make contact with pretrial services once you're out of custody. You would get their contact information in a little packet with your release paperwork. So once you were out, you could call them, go into their office, whatever's most convenient for you. You just have to make contact with them in some way. Also, once released from custody, assuming you agree to these terms, you are ordered not to have contact with the alleged victim or any alleged witnesses, and you could not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, and do you agree that you'll abide by them?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the pre-trial, is that like, do I have to keep calling in, or just do it a one-time thing?
I don't know. So I know that you have to contact them one time once you're out of custody. I think once you make that contact with them, you and that pretrial representative will communicate, and they'll determine what your specific needs or wants are for their supervision, and then they will give you whether you need to continue to check in. Potentially, they'll just ask you to check in one more time before your first hearing, but that will be up to and in agreement between you and that representative that you communicate with at pretrial.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork. Tana Naru, if you'd work your way into the courtroom, please. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Tana Naru, 4/26/85.
Thank you very much. It's pronounced Naru?
Naru, yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Naru. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is one count of dangerous drug possession. It's a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I've appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 26th and then a preliminary hearing the 28th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would get out of custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to your next court hearings, and upon release, you would be ordered not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, and do you agree that you will abide by them if released without a bond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Fernando Farias Araguin, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Fernando Farias, December 27, 2001.
Thank you very much, sir. You are here on a warrant issued by the Tolleson Municipal Court. The underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor shoplifting allegation. Because that is a pre-adjudication misdemeanor offense, you are not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means that if you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you will have to hire one to represent you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing August 25th. It will be at 8:30 in the morning. It'll take place in the Tolleson Municipal Court.
What is the date today?
Today is the 11th. So I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, which would mean you would get out of custody today without having to post a bond, and then you would be responsible for getting yourself to that court hearing in Tolleson on the 25th at 8:30. If I am to release you and require you to get yourself to your next court hearing, I would also order you not to return to the scene where that alleged shoplifting offense took place, if you know where that is. Do you understand that information, and do you agree that you'll abide by it if you're going to be released today?
So I'll be released today?
If you agree to get yourself to your next court hearing, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then you will get released today. Make sure you get yourself to Tolleson on August 25th at 8:30, because if you don't, they're going to issue a new warrant for your arrest, and you're just going to have to keep doing this and coming back here until you get yourself to that court.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork. Okay, number 4 on the calendar, Tyrone Edward Jones, date of birth 4/23/87, is not in the courtroom because he poses a danger to himself. He is here on a warrant issued for allegedly tampering with a GPS electronic monitoring device in a case involving aggravated DUI and drug allegations. He has a lawyer already assigned to him in the underlying case. That lawyer will continue to represent him. His next court hearing on that warrant will be a status conference August 18th at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. He does have a $25,000 secured appearance bond on that warrant. Good. Okay. Is he still here? Yes. Okay. Mr. Goss, if you would please work your way back into the courtroom. Okay, will you give me your name and date of birth again since I've recalled you?
Michael Goss Jenkins, 3/17/99.
Thank you, Mr. Goss. Okay, I think that I'm getting information that when you were in here last, I ordered you not to return to the scene where the underlying alleged events took place.
Yes, ma'am.
My clerk is telling me that you are telling detention staff that that is potentially your residence, but the
Yes,
alleged
ma'am.
victim doesn't live there.
No, ma'am, not on a lease or nothing like that.
Okay, but is also not living there.
No, ma'am.
And you have no reason to believe that the alleged victim would reside there if you went, like, if you were to get out right now.
She can't, even if she wanted to. She's not on a lease.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I will amend your release order. I'm going to remove the condition that you not return to the scene, so you can go back to that location, but I'm not removing the condition that you not have contact with the alleged victim. So if for some reason the alleged victim, I know you're saying it's not possible, but if for some reason she comes and resides there, then you would have to leave.
Okay, now this is my thing, right? I am by law on the lease and she is not. So
Okay.
by law, she can't even come and open the door even if she wanted to.
Okay.
Now my thing is, if that person comes on my property, am I allowed to press for trespassing? She is not on
You
the lease.
always have the right to contact law enforcement if you believe a crime is being committed.
Yes.
So I am less concerned for purposes of this hearing about who's on the lease and who's not. I'm more concerned with you not having any contact with that
I don't
person.
want contact with that
So,
person. I just
okay.
know how that person is, and I know that it's my home, so a person will feel like they can pull up and say and do what they want to. And the fact that they know that I'm on this, it makes me more in the vulnerable stage because
So,
I have no.
I can only make orders for people that are in the courtroom. So I can only impose orders upon you right now. I cannot tell that alleged victim where she can and cannot go. So that's why I'm telling you, you can go back there so long as she's not there. Like I said, in the event that, say, you post this bond, you get out, you go home and she's there, you would have to take yourself somewhere else until you deal with that situation, whether it's by calling law enforcement or the leasing office or whoever. But if that is the situation, that the alleged victim is there or comes there, please know that you cannot initiate contact with her. So I can't stop her from knocking on your door, coming to your house because she's not before the court. But if that happens, what I would suggest is that you say, hey, you're not welcome here. I can't have contact. You can't initiate contact. You could not call her. You could not seek her out. If she, I can't stop her from coming to talk to you. If she runs into you in the grocery store, I can't stop that. But what you should do is you could, if she initiates contact with you, politely say, hey, I'm under a court order not to have any contact with you, turn around, walk the other way. If that doesn't de-escalate the situation and things get out of hand, please be mindful of that. You can always call law enforcement. You can always remove yourself from the situation to the extent it's safe for you to do that. You just cannot initiate contact or start an altercation with her.
Okay, and then I have one more thing.
Sure.
This is my first time doing this. Let me just make that be clear. I was a little nervous and didn't really understand what the lady was asking me. I am currently unemployed. I actually have proof that I get unemployed. I only get $600 a month. I have not been able to work for the last 3 to 4 months. I am a millwright worker, and that is a traveling job where I travel to different places to build industrial warehouses.
Okay.
I have not been able to work for the last 3 to 4 months. In the terms that you're putting me on, I can't go out of the state of Arizona. So I will not be able to work, and I do have proof that I am unemployed and only make $600 a month.
Okay. Do you know what the disconnect is? So it looks like what you reported to the pretrial officer is that you make $13,000 a month. I'm hearing that that's not accurate, but how did that come to be?
Because I am a millwright worker, so when I do take projects, I get paid for traveling in my rooms and things like that and per diem, so it adds up.
Okay, so is that $13,000 is when you're working, you make that, but it also includes...
Per diem, that's for my flights, my rooms, my food,
it includes a bunch
gas.
of reimbursement too, it's not just wages?
It's not just wages.
Okay, all right, then I will also appoint you a lawyer. I will determine that you are indigent. I will appoint a court-appointed lawyer to represent you. Okay. So you'll get a court-appointed lawyer. You can go back to the location where these alleged events took place, again, on the caveat that the alleged victim is not there. Okay. Nothing else in your release conditions changed, no changes to the charges.
Just the financial and the home belonging to me.
Yes. Okay, got those two things corrected. Anything else we need to deal with?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much for making me aware of those changes. I'm glad we could get release conditions that work under your circumstances. We will get new paperwork printed. Okay. You can go ahead and step back to your life.
Okay,
thank you, Mr. Goff. Okay, that concludes the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar. This court will stand in recess until 2 p.m.